The body remembers. It holds on to experiences, traumas, and desires long after the mind has tried to bury them. In Carmen Maria Machado's Her Body and Other Parties, the female body becomes a haunted house, a site where the past and present collide in unsettling and unforgettable ways. Through a blend of horror, fantasy, and unflinching realism, Machado explores the hidden world of women's lives, revealing the violence, longing, and transformative power that shape their experiences. Machado's stories are not for the faint of heart. They delve into the darkest corners of human experience, exposing the raw nerves of female existence. Yet within these tales of terror and unease lies a strange and captivating beauty. It's a beauty born from the act of confronting unspoken truths, of giving voice to the fears and desires that society often tries to silence. Through surreal and often grotesque imagery, Machado crafts a world where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. Her stories are infused with a sense of the uncanny, where the familiar takes on a sinister edge and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. This unsettling atmosphere serves to amplify the emotional resonance of her narratives, drawing readers into the depths of her characters' inner lives. Machado's stories are steeped in the unspoken. They give voice to the fears, anxieties, and desires that women often feel pressured to suppress. These unspoken truths simmer beneath the surface of her narratives, occasionally bubbling over in bursts of violence, longing, or surreal imagery. Take, for instance, the story of the husband stitch. Here, the act of childbirth becomes a source of both wonder and terror, a physical manifestation of the unspoken expectations and anxieties placed upon women's bodies. The titular husband stitch, an extra stitch added during childbirth to supposedly tighten the vagina, becomes a symbol of male control and the silencing of female pain. Machado's stories often revolve around the ways in which women's bodies are perceived and controlled by society. From the pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards, to the threat of violence that lurks in the shadows, her characters navigate a world where their bodies are often seen as objects to be possessed, manipulated, or feared. The motif of the body as a vessel of secrets finds its most potent expression in the story The Husband Stitch. However, it echoes throughout the collection, most notably in the enigmatic tale of The Woman with the Green Ribbon. The ribbon, a seemingly innocuous accessory, becomes a symbol of mystery and power, concealing a truth that is both alluring and terrifying. The woman's refusal to reveal what lies beneath the ribbon speaks to the power of secrets, the way in which they can both protect and isolate. It also hints at the violence that can erupt when those secrets are threatened or exposed. The story leaves the reader with a lingering sense of unease, a reminder that appearances can be deceiving and that true power often lies in what remains hidden. Machado's use of symbolism adds a layer of depth and complexity to her stories. Objects take on a life of their own, becoming imbued with the hopes, fears, and desires of the characters who interact with them. This interplay between the tangible and the intangible creates a sense of magical realism, blurring the lines between the ordinary and the extraordinary. In the face of trauma and oppression, Machado's characters find ways to resist and reclaim their own narratives. In the story inventory, a woman living through a devastating pandemic creates a catalogue of her past lovers. This act of remembering becomes a way for her to hold on to her sense of self, to find solace and connection in the face of unimaginable loss. The story highlights the power of memory as a tool for survival. By revisiting her past relationships, the protagonist is able to piece together fragments of her identity and find meaning in the midst of chaos. The act of remembering becomes an act of defiance, a way of refusing to let her experiences be erased or forgotten. Machado's stories often center around women who have experienced violence or trauma. Rather than shying away from these difficult subjects, she confronts them head-on, exploring the lasting impact they have on her characters' lives.